Hello everybody, I welcome you to a new video again today, and that is about the current market trend. What is that been happening, and how it is going to be in the coming years, and what exactly recruiters should do in order to maintain their career and their career growth. Well, in any situation, if you see, there are few things that which is under our control and few things which are not under our control. So during that point of time, during that hard time, what is that recruiter should do in order for them to be in the market, sustain, and do not lose their job and their money? So let's understand one thing about what is the industry expert says about the particular staffing industry, which is a multi-billion dollars industry, how it has been affected and where it is going. Now this video will give you some insights about where exactly you are now and what you should be doing. All right, and here I would like to share with you the report from SIA. Okay, it is staffing industry analyst which do the analysis over US IT staffing every year, and it has shown the trend here. If you see, in 2021, the US staffing industry had grown to 33%. Now 2022, it tilted down to 17%, but still it was in a positive growth. But when it come to 2023, and we are now half of the year already gone, and we have seen the heat wave of the market down, or it's a very slow growth. That's what we say, and that's what the industry experts are saying. So it is definitely going to be a downside for the next couple of quarters as well. But SIA predicts a positive thing, a positive growth in coming year. So not big, but yes, some marginal changes on the positive side, that we could see some changes in coming year. So understanding from the SIA, what they say is this particular thing of going down started from COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, that is where exactly everything started, and that is not only the reason, that is not only the one reason, but high interest rates, cautious clients, decreased government spending, geopolitical risks, and slower wages increase, which has leveled up with a explosive growth. That's what is primarily they are talking about, the reason for the decline of the market trend. And in US staffing industry forecast, what they say, the analysts predict high attrition rates, demand for increased work flexibility. High attrition means people leaving their jobs, people asking for more flexibility, and there is a gap in soft skills, and talent will slow growth in, what is that? Talent will slow growth to more normal levels. So these are the factors: growing gap in soft skills, and demand in increased work flexibility, that people wanted to work from home, they need hybrid, but client wanted them to come to office. These are the scenarios. And moreover, as I ran some web research, there are other things came in. What is that? The reason for the top 3 reasons for the US staffing industry slowed down, because the great resignations which has happened, the war in Ukraine, and the rise of automation. So these are the other things also which has added up to the current slowdown. So what is the great resignation? So if you remember, the great resignation is a term used to describe the phenomenon of millions of workers quitting their jobs in search of better opportunities. So many people, they left their jobs. This trend has been happening in United States since the COVID pandemic, and it has accelerated in recent months, right? We have seen how did it go. According to a recent survey by the PWE Research Center, 4.5 million workers, all right, they left their jobs in January 2023. So they have been doing that since 2000, since the year 2000, and this is only one single month. If you see, this is the highest number people left. Now the great resignation is being driven by a number of factors. What is the reason? You see, the COVID-19 pandemic, rise of remote work, and people desired for more flexibility and a better pay. So that is what has continued. And geopolitical risks. You see, the war in Ukraine has had a significant impact on the global economy, and the US staffing market is no exception. It has impacted our US staffing market as well. The war has caused supply chain disruptions and increased inflation, which has made it more expensive for businesses to hire temporary and contract workers. You see, according to the recent survey by the ASA, American Staffing Association, 62% of staffing firms reported that the war in Ukraine had a negative impact on their businesses. That's what they said. The war has also led to an increase in the demand for temporary and contract workers in certain industries, such as defense and cybersecurity. What is the third one? The rise of automation. Automation is another factor that is contributing to the slowdown in the US staffing market. As more and more jobs are automated, there is less demand for the temporary and contract workers. You see, according to a recent survey reported by the McKinsey Global Institute, up to 800 million jobs could be lost to automation by 2030. You see, and the impact of automation on the staffing market will vary by industry to industry, obviously. But it is likely to have a significant impact on some sectors, such as manufacturing and transportation. So if you see overall how the multiple factors that has impacted the current staffing trend and how it is going to be as we move forward. And again, from the SIA report, the 17% growth which has the staffing industry experienced in 2022. So this 17%, okay, 2022 was a 17% growth and everybody expecting it was going to be wonderful. So the revenue was 219 billion. That's the reason I was saying that I love this industry, and it is totally up to the recruiter. What is that going to be their market share? How much that you want to grab for yourself? That this is a multi-billion dollars industry, multi-hundred billion dollars industry this market is. Wherever it is, whatever the loss it is currently facing, but where did it go? So it is 219 billion to, it is going to fall. So they're expecting it likely to fall to 211.8 billion. That is not a much bigger change. It is just a little bit tilt down, right? So either market grows or market falls. What is recruiter's market share? How much that you are earning? What is that your worth that you're building? That's what we need to focus on, because we cannot change the market, its growth, or wherever it goes. But what is that we can change is how much we can increase our worth. That's what we need to focus on. For 2023, this year, we expect the trend of robust growth to pivot to a trend of much slower growth or even modest decline. You see, the modest decline or slower growth that we can expect. So here, the SIA report in April, they have forecasted it. While growth is slowing, demand for staffing services continues, meaning the US staffing industry is not dead. Okay, dead in the sense the staffing industry has collapsed. No, that's not what it is. It is only been, it is in declining mode. That's what it is. But analysts have forecasted that the US staffing market in 2023 will experience a slight growth reduction. Okay, reduction in its growth compared to the record-breaking revenue experienced in 2021 and 2022. 2021, 33% exactly after 2020 pandemic, right? And 2022, it was positive, but not like that. But 2023 became unexpected. Anyways, but what is that we see in the next coming quarters? So if we see these 2 quarters, the 2 last quarters are going to take the, overhauling, we could say servicing to get to the next level. There is a possibility that things are going to better as we enter to the 2024. I'm not saying that, it's a SIA report says. So according to their prediction, focusing on the current market trend, global trend, geopolitical trend, they say in 2024, we are going to see a 2.4% growth, meaning from $211.8 billion in this year prediction to it is going to be $206.9 billion reach. Okay, that's what the forecasting. It could be better. It could be worse as well, but let's focus on the positive side because these people do their very deep analysis and give some report. And let's see what market has to give us as we enter to the new year. How did they come to this particular conclusion? Because they are focusing on specific sectors which might not grow and which there are few sectors which will have a positive impact. Industrial, it is going to be plus 4% more than this particular year. Plus 7% IT, finance accounting 5%, engineering 4%, travel nurses, it is going to be a big hit, minus 10%. So if we are working in IT sector, obviously there is going to be a positive change, positive growth as we see go into the next year. Now, what is that for the recruiters? What is that we as a recruiter should be doing? Now, first thing, when the market is slowing down, in these kind of conditions, work on yourself. What is the major gap that I have seen at this point of time is communication is the primary gap that is stopping any recruiter to go from the level what they are and to the level they want to reach. Communication means the way you communicate, the way you express your views, or I would say a business communication, professional communication. It could be written, it could be oral. Now focus on focus on fine-tuning your communication if you want to grow to the next level. And second thing is about wherever you are, whatever the position that you're working on. Let's say you are working in the bench sales or you are working as a recruiter. Find your own niche. What is that you are good at? Let's say you are marketing full stack Java developers. Focus on building your skills on that particular thing and become an SME of that particular skills. Recruiters, if you are focusing primarily on one particular skills and hiring, get deep into that, study and be an SME for that. And at the same time, you got to increase your leadership skills as well. Since things are getting automated, so many things that we do from understanding the requirement, building the string and pulling the resume, sourcing the resumes from the portal, these things can be automated. But within the team, if you want to manage, the management skills, leadership skills are very much important. So if you can sustain in this current period of time, not only worried about why things are going like that, which is not under your control, focusing on the things that you can improve during this time will definitely take your career to the next level. So the final point is, already we have completed half of the year is ahead. And it is not that recruiting industry is dead. Yes, it is slowly improving, but in this year, it is going to be challenging. So prepare yourself for next year. Give your time, this particular period, a learning time. Give yourself the best input, learning, and brush up yourself in such a way that once market opens up, you will be the person who will be in the first line to hit whatever the possibility comes to you. This is where I will leave you with. So it is totally up to you whether you will be worried about how the market is, where you are going to end up, or you are going to take charge of yourself, your career, irrespective of what is happening, which is not under your control. Thank you so very much for listening. This is Suman Pachigulla on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters. Take care and bye-bye.